You're listening to the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, home of the #1 sports talk show on the planet, The Doug Stewart Show.
This is a revolution in radio, the realest, trillest sports talk show in America, The Doug Stewart Show.
Broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to noon Eastern Time, exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
This is sports talk for the people.
Follow Stewart Media and Entertainment right now on Facebook to stay connected and locked in for upcoming events like the Couples and Cocktail Series, viewing parties, and much, much more. Up next, get ready to ride raw with the Doug Stewart Show.
This is sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show.
Exclusively on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network.
Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com, America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's STEW for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STEW, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STEW.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Doctor, this is the mayor talking.
All right.
Doctor,
Come on, what?
always do the right thing.
If you came here to hear for fake, you are in the wrong place. We are for real around here. We keeps it real. This is the Doug Stewart Show, the livest, the realest, the trillest sports talk show in America. Are you not entertained? This is Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce, the Doug Stewart Show. Yes! Game time. What's happening? That's right, it is game time. Thank you so much for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Throwback Thursday. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right, so a lot to get into today, man. A ton of stuff to get into today. Once again, thank you so much for joining me today on the Doug Stewart Show. It is a Throwback Thursday, one of my favorite days of the week, because we kind of talk about throwback stuff. That's the theme of the show. But we also get into what we normally do every single day. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, man, thank you so much for joining your boy. I really do appreciate it. We do it Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on what we call the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. So we have a lot of fun, talk about, obviously the sports stories, entertainment, whatever dudes are talking about. It's a guy talk show, all right? And then the big thing about it is we keep it real. We give you honest opinions on all of the things that you are talking about. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at Doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Follow the show on Spreaker. All right, so Spreaker.com is where we broadcast from. Follow the show. There's a little button, and you hit follow, and so whenever the show goes live, you get an alert saying the show is live, and you can tune in right now. And then after you do that, there's a little chat bubble at the bottom where you click on that, and then you're introduced to a whole new world. I call it the Chat Fantasy Island. Yes, sir. So people that are listening to the show, they post their opinions, their thoughts, and it kind of is like an icebreaker, conversation starter, or whatever. So we talk about whatever you're talking about all day long on the Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out to everybody already in the chat room right now. I really do appreciate you. What up to all of the Stewies? Yes, sir. All right, so July 16th, 2015, once again a Throwback Thursday. We're going to talk about Nick Saban made some really idiotic things, and you see the title of today's show, Nick Saban, Man Lawbreaker. So we'll get more into what the Alabama head coach had to say here. In a second, we'll talk about some of these NFL free agents and the deals that they consummated with their prospective teams. Tom Brady's in the news. Oh, punk-ass Tom Brady. We'll talk about Tom Brady. I forgot to mention yesterday about John Wall. I think I teased it, but we didn't get enough time to get into it. John Wall says some really, really shade type of things about a fellow NBA player. We'll talk about that. And then once again, we'll take your phone calls, read your chat messages, your emails. You can give the call or the show a call at 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. And once again, the easy way to be totally interactive is in the chat room on Spreaker.com. But it pains me to do this, man. And I mean, it really pains me to do this, man. But I'm looking right now at the up-to-date scoring for the British Open. And I think they actually just call it the Open right now. I don't know why they did that, but I'm looking right now at the British Open. And Tiger Woods, man. Tiger freaking Woods. Right now, Tiger Woods is tied for 126th. Yeah, you heard me. You heard me. Not only is Tiger Woods tied for 126, and it just moved again. Oh, my Lord, it's even worse now. He's 129th now. I mean, just in a matter of 3 seconds, the man dropped 3 spots. Golly. Tiger Woods is 129th right now in the Open Championship. He was a 30-1 favorite to win this year's British Open. That's clearly not going to happen. Probably the worst thing about this whole thing is Tom Watson, who I think is about 162 years old, is right now ahead of Tiger Woods. Tom Watson right now, actually, let's take that back. They're tied right now at 129. But see, here's the excuse that Tom Watson got, is that he actually has to change a diaper at night. So what's Tiger's excuse? Huh? What is Tiger's excuse? And it's very sad and disheartening to see because, once again, let me preface everything I'm about to say by this. I probably was the biggest Tiger Woods fan in the history of the world when Tiger had it going on. I was. But what I have to do on this show, and we talk about these sports, is I got to give you the best, most real opinion that I have. And it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like you're predicting sports. It's kind of like you're speculating, and you want to be right. You want to be right about these types of things. You want to pick winners, and you want to pick teams that are going to lose or whatever. And so, in my humble opinion, Tiger Woods is done. You could stick a fork in his ass. And I said it before. I think we actually did a show called Stick a Fork in Tiger's Ass. He's done. And Tiger Woods is done, man. He's done. We got to stop before each one of these majors and one of these tournaments that he plays in. We got to stop, you know, thinking in our mind he's going to shock the world. Why would we think he's going to shock the world? You got these young boys just hitting the hell out of the ball, playing fantastic right now. I mean, they're playing great golf. They're playing golf like Tiger Woods used to play. Speaking of which, right now, Retief Goosen is in second place. Dustin Johnson is leading the British Open right now, who's just phenomenal at -7. And Tiger's not going to make the cut. I mean, let me be the first to tell you, he's not going to make the cut. They're only going to take the first 70. Okay, so you got to be in the top 70 golfers. I think you can also have ties and be in the top 70, but they're going to take the top 70 scoring golfers. Tiger right now is not going to make it. Not right now. I can tell you right now, I'm willing to put everything I got, and he's not going to make the cut. And it's very, very depressing. I mean, that's all I got to say about that. I mean, if you want to talk about Tiger Woods, man, if you want to talk about him, man, and give me your thoughts, we can do that. But there's a lot of other things that we're going to get into today, man. Once again, Nick Saban, NFL talk, a little NBA talk, Tom Brady as well. Excuse me. And also, we got a couple little extra things we're going to do for you today on the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Throwback Thursday. So we pulled out of the archives, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. We pulled out of the archives an interview that we did with the great Yao Ming, or a facsimile thereof, from 2008. And if you remember the great Yao Ming on the Doug Stewart Show, you know how Yao got down. Yao did his thing. And this particular interview that we did with Yao Ming back in, once again, 2008, something was in the news pertaining to Chinese basketball, and how Yao Ming said that, you know, when he came over to America, it really hurt him. The style of basketball that they play over here was more physical. And so Yao has some strong opinions about that. You know, there was always this love-hate relationship between him and my brother, where Yao didn't even want to talk to him. But this particular interview, Yao talked to him a lot, in particular about Ryan's dog. It's very strange, but trust me, it's good stuff. You don't want to miss it. So stay tuned. A little bit later in today's show, we're going to play Classic Stew, an interview with the great Yao Ming. Also, on the Doug Stewart Show, you know, yesterday, I didn't sing for you. Yesterday, and if you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, I'm an accomplished singer. And so every once in a while, I'll sing for the listeners, for the Stewies. But yesterday, I didn't get an opportunity to do it, but I got a couple of requests for some particular songs to sing. One in particular request was a request for me to sing some Jodeci. And so I can just tell you right now, without spoiling the beans or spoiling or you know, whatever that saying is about dropping the beans or something like that, I'm probably going to sing for you today, and it's probably going to be some Jodeci. So, I mean, that in itself makes you want to stay tuned to the Doug Stewart Show, man, and be, you know, interactive and stay chimed in, because I'm probably going to sing a little bit of Jodeci for y'all today. That's a tease. I'm probably going to sing a little Jodeci for you today, so stay tuned for that. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce. When we get back from the break, man, we're going to talk about the comments Nick Saban made yesterday at the SEC Media Days. And Nick Saban done lost his damn mind. Well, but you know what? Not entirely. I'll kind of explain it when we get back. But we're going to talk about Nick Saban and what he had to say about the state of college football and some things he'd like to see happen. All right? This is Sports Talk once again with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce, the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STEW to play for free. That's Stu for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code Stu, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code Stu.
The Doug Stewart Show.
The place where the real players play.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
The Doug Stewart Show.
That's a brand name. Like Pepsi, that's a brand name. I stand behind it. I guarantee it.
The Doug Stewart Show.
If you ain't stewing, what the hell are you doing? Yeah! What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you. So they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Throwback Thursday. Shouts out to everybody already in the chat room. Shouts out to all of the Stewies. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate that, man. Tell at least one person about the Doug Stewart Show, and that would really help us out a lot here, man. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. This segment is brought to you by Ticket Liquidator. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers to give you the opportunity to attend the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. The goal is to bring you more tickets, better service, and lower prices so that you can be there to witness the best of the world of entertainment, culture, and sports. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, give them a call at 855-638-3034. Once again, that's 855-638-3034. So, they got SEC Media Days going on down there in Hoover, Alabama, wherever the hell that is. And Nick Saban came to the podium on yesterday to do this thing where they kind of do like a round table and they talk to different coaches in the conference. And so yesterday was Nick Saban's turn. And here's what he had to say, man. Let me just get to it. We had 6 guys in this situation this past year and 11 the years before. And Nick Saban's talking about, I guess I should give you some background on it. He's talking about how they should push back the draft grades from the NFL because at the time when they released these said draft grades, they're, do it before the end of the season, before the bowl game. So he feels like that, some of these players are distracted. I'll give you more of my opinion here in a second, but quote Nick Saban had to say, we had 6 guys in the situation this past year and 11 the year before. So we're trying to get ready for a game, and all of a sudden the guy finds out he's a first-round draft pick, or a guy that thought he was a first-round draft pick finds out he's not a first-round draft pick, and we're trying to get ready to play a playoff game. Now, you know what happened last year in Alabama, for Alabama, a defense. They had a strong defense the entire year. They've had a strong defense ever since Nick Saban's been there. He's a defensive guru. They dominated Missouri, but then they played Ohio State, and they got just destroyed. They also didn't win their bowl game as well. And so Nick Saban's trying to blame this on the fact that the guys are distracted, and he kind of inadvertently said that some of these guys, and maybe he even did say this, I'd say guys got distracted by people in their ear. He's kind of saying that guys are distracted for the fact that they're really focused at that point. Once they're told they're going to be a high draft pick, they're focused on the next stage of their career, and that's the NFL. and not in particularly the games at hand. And also that they're, inadvertently, maybe subconsciously, trying to protect their health. And so they kind of half-ass it a little bit, and they're really just trying to, not get hurt. And now, listen, there's probably a little bit of truth to what he's saying, but the problem is this is America, Jack. And just like I railed on Manny Pacquiao, and with all those excuses after what happened with him and Floyd Mayweather Jr. when Floyd dominated him, in America, we don't make excuses like this. And whether he intended it to be an excuse or not, it damn sure sounds like an excuse. It sounds like an excuse. That's exactly what it sounds like. And once again, there may be some truth to it, but the problem also is that you didn't say these things when Alabama was dominating. You didn't say these things when your players got their draft grades and they went on to play bowl games and win national championships in a couple years back. So why now? It just sounds like sour grapes. I mean, it sounds like terribly bad sour grapes. And one of his former players, speaking of which, Plaxico Burress, talks about how Nick Saban is a hypocrite, and talking about the players and what they have as far as going forward in their careers coming up in the NFL. And it kind of sounds hypocritical in the fact that Nick Saban is a guy that shows no loyalty. I mean, he's been a damn gypsy, and he's gone from school to school, and he's lied to players. And Plaxico on Twitter, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, former wide receiver for the New York Giants, former Michigan State Spartan. In a couple of tweets he sends out, he says, I recall Nick Saban telling me to stay in school, finish what I had started. I wasn't a first-round pick, and he left for LSU before the season was over. And another tweet, Plaxico says, now Nick Saban goes on TV saying that kids are distracted by NFL projections. Well, the kids are just chasing the dream that you were, money. Nick Saban looked his players in the face at the Duff, said he wasn't leaving, I'm committed to the program, and was going to go on the next day. True story. And so, yeah, it does seem very hypocritical. And there's another long discussion you can have about coaches that leave their teams after, recruiting players and telling players that he's going to stay there. You kind of put in a tough situation. But at the end of the day, it's a lie. If you tell your kids you're going to be there and then you bolt the next day for an NFL job and more money to make your life better, and you just lied to the kids. It's as simple as that. You're a hypocrite. And so it's very sad to hear this stuff, man. And he's done this type of thing before. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Was it last year or was it the year before where he made this statement talking about how college football should slow the game down a little bit? In effect saying that all of the no-huddle stuff that you're seeing right now, all of the spread stuff, they got to do something to slow the game down so the defense can get personnel together and get them out on the field and prepared. And, I mean, that's sour grapes as well. I mean, he's a freaking – when I almost cussed just now, he's a freaking hater. Let me say that. He's a hater, man. And what you got to do is you have to adjust. And Nick Saban has historically run that 3-4 defense. So a lot of times when you bring all those receivers out in the field as an offense and you spread guys out, there's matchup problems. And then when you mix in the fact that they do this no-huddle now, everybody pretty much does this no-huddle, it kind of keeps you off guard. And Nick Saban, I guess through a political type of way, is trying to change the narrative, which is BS, man. You got to adapt. It's as simple as that. And bottom line is it just sounds like sour grapes. If you're an Alabama fan, what are your thoughts about this? I mean, seriously, if you're a fan of college football, what are your thoughts about Nick Saban with sour grapes, stinking sour grapes? Oh, we should slow down college football. And then he tried to blame the whole slow down thing on injury. Huh? What? Very stupid. And now he's talking about, the fact that these kids aren't prepared and subconsciously, that's probably the reason why we lost to Ohio State. Now, I'm a Southern football fan. I'm an SEC guy. I'm an ACC guy, obviously based on the geography that I grew up in. But Ohio State kicked that ass. It's as simple as that. And I don't like Ohio State. I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan, and Ohio State stole a national championship from them dudes a couple of years ago, in which I still haven't forgotten. But right is right. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. And Nick Saban is a hater, and he's a freaking baby. And so what are your thoughts on that? 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Plaxico going in. I actually saw Plaxico do a little TV, and I can't remember who it was with. Maybe it was for the Puppet Factory. He came in and actually did a couple of segments, or maybe it was the NFL Network. I can't remember. This was a couple months back. And Plaxico was pretty decent for the first time behind the microphone and in front of a camera. So he's, been through some things throughout his career. Very controversial, obviously. Cheddar Bob shooting his own damn foot. Did a couple of years in jail for that. But Plaxico, man, pretty intelligent and obviously not bashful in holding his tongue. What are your thoughts on that? 443820338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Tiger Woods right now is not even on the board, and I think they're stopping with 120. And right now, Tigers fall just below that. Once again, I told you a little bit earlier, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Tiger Woods is not going to make this cut. I'd be shocked if he has some type of miraculous comeback and makes the cut. They're only going to keep the top 70 golfers. He's behind Tom Watson, who is 167 years old. They're in the 120s. As I looked at it a couple of seconds ago, he was off the board. So just tough, man. And I don't even know if it's even proper to even give you updates on Tiger Woods at this point because it's so bad. And once again, it does hurt me. And I get a lot of emails and texts, people saying I'm hating on Tiger Woods. And I just find that comment offensive. It's very offensive. Because if you know anything about me, I'm the biggest Tiger Woods fan ever, man. But real is real. And the man has hit a tremendous wall. I mean, a brick-ass wall. He hit a wall so big that there's no way he's going to get around it. And it's really sad to see, man. It's really sad to see. He's the modern-day Muhammad Ali. And it really hurts. All right. This is the Doug Stewart Show. When we get back from the break, we're going to talk a little bit about the NFL and some prominent guys that re-up with their teams. You already know who they are, but we'll get into the conversation coming up next on the Doug Stewart Show. The number is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. When we get back from the break, we'll talk about some birthdays. We'd love to talk about birthdays and wish people happy birthday. If you're a listener to the Doug Stewart Show, let me know when it's your birthday in the chat. And we'll give you a shout out, man. This show is heard all over the world, shorty. All right? And so we'd love to wish you a happy birthday. Remember, a little bit later, I'm going to replay some classic Stu, the great Yao Ming. And Ryan and him always bumped heads, and this particular day he took an interest in Ryan's dog. You can kind of guess where that's going to go at. So stay tuned for that. And also, man, I'm feeling good today, man. If I was on Periscope right now, you'd see me stretching. Me. I might sing for y'all a little bit later. Shawty. You're welcome. All right. Don't go away. When we get back from the break, man, we'll talk some NFL. This is Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce. This is the Doug Stewart Show. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. What up, Stewies? Throwback Thursday. That's right, a little bit later, the great Yao Ming re-emerges with the show, kind of, sort of, not live, but we're going to replay some classic Stu from 2008. The great Yao Ming, and trust me, you don't want to miss this if you want to laugh. Also, a little bit later, man, I might give you song. I might do that, so stay tuned for that as well. Birthdays today. Happy birthday to the great Will Ferrell. Wait a minute. This has got to be a misprint. This thing is saying Will Ferrell is 48 years old. I mean, that can't be true. I had Will Ferrell pegged for every bit of 55, 56, 57 years old. He must be smoked cigarettes or something like that, because he look old as hell. He's not even 50? Like, you couldn't have told me in a million years that Will Ferrell wasn't older than 50 years old, but he's 48 today, man. Get off them cigarettes, bruh. So happy birthday to him. The great Barry Sanders turns 47 years old today. Wow. Have we ever done, let me think for a second. Yeah, I think we've talked about the top 5 running backs of all times, and we can always do it again, though. But where would I have Barry Sanders ranked as far as running backs? I probably would have him ranked 3rd, and I don't have the list that we did in front of me. I think my list goes something like Jim Brown or O.J. Simpson, #1, my favorite player of all time, pretty much in any sport. O.J. at #1, Jim Brown probably at 2. Not that I even saw a ton of Jim Brown, but I talked to a lot of old people that have seen football much longer than me, and they can compare guys of yesteryear to guys of today. They say Jim Brown was the best football player ever, not just running back, but best football player ever, and the best running back ever. So I think I might have had Jim Brown at #2. I think I had Barry Sanders probably at #3. I mean, pound for pound, Barry Sanders is probably the best running back to ever step on the field. Skill-wise, ability, Barry Sanders was that dude, man. So Barry turns 47 today. Happy birthday to him. I remember, all right, so if you're new to the show and you never heard the Doug Stewart Show before, you just happened to tune in. My brother, which we used to do the show together, the Two Live Stews back in the day, he played for the Detroit Lions for 5 years, I believe it was. And so the first time that I go to Detroit, that me and my family go to Detroit to watch a game, I'm on the elevator, going up the elevator, and lo and behold, the elevator door opens up, and freaking Barry Sanders walks on the elevator. Barry Sanders walks on the elevator, and so I try to keep it together. I try to keep cool. You know, I'm a running back, and I played the position my whole life, so I'm a huge fan of this guy, but I didn't want to sound like no punk. So I didn't really say nothing, and Barry Sanders gets on the elevator, and he's literally, and this is no exaggeration, the man is about 5'1". Like, if they got Barry Sanders listed at 5'8", they a damn lie. But not that I'm checking him out. Not that I'm really checking him out or anything, but I remember, because I'm a fan, once again, let's be honest, I'm a fan, so he gets in the elevator, he's got on shorts, and I remember looking at this guy's calves, and this guy's calves were like as wide as my shoulders. And you know, Barry Sanders never really got hurt. I mean, he's just sturdy. I mean, a little fire hydrant, like we used to call little dudes like that, just a little fire plug. And he didn't say a word. He turned around, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. When he got on the elevator, it was just like me, him, and like two other people. So it was a couple people on the elevator. He got on the elevator and turned around. I don't think the other people knew who he was. I don't think they were there for Lions football. So Barry gets on the elevator, and he gets on, and he turns around and faces forward, you know, trying to hide who the hell he is. And I want to say, Ninja, I know you, Barry Sanders. But I didn't say that. I just played it cool. And then obviously a little bit later, once again, remember, this is the first time that I ever been up there. Once again, later, my brother, we were somewhere, and my brother introduced me to him. And he was like, "Hey, ain't you the guy from the elevator?" I was like, "Yeah, man. Why you act like you ain't know nobody? Why you couldn't say hey?" So, yeah, that's my little Barry Sanders story. Also today, man, happy birthday to the great Zach Randolph. And I don't know if great is appropriate, but very good, Zach Randolph. 34 years old today. Now, that's another dude who got that LeBron James syndrome. Because Zach Randolph is only 34 years old. I mean, this ninja look every bit of 55, 60. But happy birthday to Zach Randolph. He's 34 years old today. So happy birthday to all of those celebrities. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. So unless you've been under a rock, you've heard that Dez Bryant got a 5-year, $70 million deal with the Dallas Cowboys. Congratulations to him. And, man, now, there's been great wide receivers. There's been great wide receivers throughout the history of the NFL, obviously. There's a ton of great wide receivers in the NFL Hall of Fame. But I can't remember a time where there's been this many great wide receivers playing all at the same time. When I say great, I'm talking about, you know, franchise-changing type wide receivers. And Dez got his 5-year, $70 million, man, and he deserved it. He was already saying that he was going to, you know, not show up to two-a-days, to practices that start in August or late July, that he would even miss games. I don't believe that was going to happen. But you don't want this guy who's a volatile person. You don't want him being upset. And so I guess the Cowboys and Jerry Jones made sure and took care of dude. 5 years, $70 million. And, man, I'm telling you, once again, I mean, you can start running down the wide receivers in the NFL, man. Wow. I mean, when you talk about Dez Bryant, you talk about Demaryius Thomas, who we'll talk about here in a second, Antonio Brown, Calvin Johnson. I mean, this is truly the golden age of NFL wide receivers, man. Some phenomenal wide receiver talents in the NFL right now. And so Dez gets his money, and I'm happy for him, which is crazy, and this is how my mind thinks, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. He's getting $70 million. Of that $70 million, $45 million is guaranteed for him to get. He's only going to get probably about a little bit more than half of that. So really, it's not $70 million. It's not even $45 million. Half of that's going to the government. So he's probably going to get about, I don't know, I would guess, $25 million guaranteed. I mean, $25 million is a lot of money, but I just really hate when you sit back and do the math about it. Demaryius Thomas also gets a 5-year, $70 million contract as well. He gets $43 million guaranteed. Baby, you talk about a great week. I mean, whenever you see Demaryius Thomas, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, whenever you see Demaryius Thomas this week, you should sing Ice Cube's "It's a Good Day," because not only did the man get $43 million guaranteed, $70 million contract, but his mama getting out of jail for the first time in like 15 years. So it's been a great week for Bebe, a.k.a. Demaryius Thomas, wide receiver for the Denver Broncos. Very good week for him. Happy. Congratulations to him. You remember many, many years ago we had him on the show, and he made these, at the time, quote-unquote controversial comments about Tim Tebow on our show. And that thing went viral. And basically he was saying, and I don't remember the exact words that he used, but he was happy to hear that they were bringing in Peyton Manning. and he didn't say that Tim Tebow was a bad dude or anything like that. He was just saying he was happy that they brought in, Peyton Manning. And it kind of came across, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it kind of sounded like he was throwing shade on Tim Tebow, which I'm like, you don't even have to throw shade on Tim Tebow. He shades his damn self. Tim Tebow was horrible. And so he was a wide receiver that skills weren't being totally utilized because he played with such a bad quarterback, and the man gave an honest opinion. He was happy that he was going to get passes thrown to him from one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the game. Oh, but it got blown up. It was a horrible thing. So he went to Georgia Tech. I'm a big fan of the guy, man. I hope that didn't cause him too much problems. And obviously it didn't because, he just got paid. So congratulations to Bebe. That's what they call him here in Atlanta. 5 years, $70 million. Praise God. Praise God. Yes, sir. And speaking of Georgia boys, man, Justin Houston gets a 6-year, $101 million contract. Praise God. Praise his holy name. Yes, sir. 6 years, $101 million, $52 million guaranteed. The man's from Statesboro, Georgia. For people that don't know what Statesboro is, that's where Georgia Southern is. And the man getting $50 million guaranteed. You talk about coming from humble beginnings, coming from Statesboro, Georgia, played for the University of Georgia, but just dominant. 22 sacks last year. Whenever I hear about stuff like this and former Georgia players and them going to the next level and thriving, it just makes me scratch my head about the talent that they bring in there. And I'm probably not the only one. You're probably listening and saying the same thing. How the hell you got cats that are getting $100 million deals? And it happens all the time with Georgia players. There's been a ton of great Georgia players. How do you have these great players and you never really contend for a national championship under Mark Richt? And once again, no hate to Mark Richt, but I mean it's an obvious observation. I mean, this man is dominant. Are they not coaching up these guys in Georgia? What's the problem, man? But congratulations to him. Forget about all of that Mark Richt stuff. Congratulations to this dude. $100 million contract. He going to get 50, which means he'll end up getting about 30. But congratulations to Justin Houston for the Kansas City Chiefs, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Praise his holy name. Man. You know how many great things this dude can do in his community now? I mean, come on, man. You can't. I mean, even if you tried, you can't spend $25, $30 million, right? Even if you tried. Congratulations to these dudes, man. All right, when we get back from the break, man, I'll start reading some of your chat on the Doug Stewart Show. Also, we'll talk a little bit about Tom Brady at some point, too, man. Tom Brady and the NFLPA, they digging in. They digging in. I'll tell you about that at some point again as well. Classic Stew from the great Yao Ming. You don't want to miss that, and I'll probably sing for y'all a little bit later, man. Maybe when we get back. Stay tuned. This is the Doug Stewart Show. thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right. I said billions with a B, okay? A B. Well, just do it and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one console, a Facebook shopping application, a mobilized, optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on their banner link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for more details. First of all, thank you for listening to The Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on The Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there, all right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. I'm looking at this Justin Houston dude, man. There's a picture of old boy in front of me right now, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. This is what I used to call, he's one of them bodybuilding babies. Meaning, this dude probably came out of the womb, ripped to shreds. Like, have you seen this guy? Like, there's certain dudes that are just naturally just ripped. Like, this dude probably doesn't have to lift any weights, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. And you've seen Justin Houston. This man has so many veins in his damn arms, man. Naturally. And you know what that's from? That's from collard greens and cornbread and stuff like that. I said earlier, the man's from Statesboro, Georgia. And just naturally ripped. You know who else? There's been a ton of players like that, a ton of athletes like that, obviously. But another guy that comes into mind that was just naturally one of them bodybuilding babies was Javon Curse. And that's what they used to call him. They used to call him the Freak. It's like with certain dudes, and maybe it's their diet. Maybe they eat a lean diet or whatever, so they don't have a lot of body fat or whatever. But this Justin Houston dude, man, looks like he's got about 0.5% body fat, man. Just ripped to shreds. This dude made just over $3 million, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, in his entire rookie contract. And you know what? For all that price, the man gave the Kansas City Chiefs 48.5 sacks. Praise God! They actually owe him more money. Man, I love to hear that type of story. Absolutely love to hear that type of story, man. Wow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mama going to get a new Cadillac today. You better believe that. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me read some of this chat, and make sure that you follow the show on Spreaker.com. And then once you do that, go into the chat room and post your thoughts, and I'll read chat all throughout today's show. From Ronald Cameron. What up, Ronald Cameron? He says, agreed, Doug. It's all over for Tiger. Sad but true. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. From Scotty, Tiger isn't done. Jack Nicklaus had similar issues at 39. Okay, bruh. I hope so. And once again, let me say this. And you're listening to Doug Stewart Show. I have to remember to say this all the time whenever I talk negatively about Tiger Woods. Listen, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I have to come in here one day and eat just a big-ass crow cake. I hope that I'm wrong because Tiger makes golf fun for everybody, but I got to give an honest opinion, man, and I don't think so. I think he's done, and it's more so mentally than physically, man. It is. I mean, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry. It just is. From J. Rob, he says, I hate to admit it, Tiger may be done for majors. It's not to say he wouldn't win another tourney. It may just not be a major. You know, over the last couple of years, what was it, 2 years ago or maybe 3 years ago, Tiger actually won Golfer of the Year. He won all these little minor tournaments, but no majors. And people were saying, you know, he's still a great golfer, this, that, and the other. But Tiger's always judged himself on majors. Okay, so that's him. That's him that said that. He kind of really put the onus on winning majors. That really is what mattered to him. He said that, not me. Okay, and, you know, maybe he will win a tournament. I don't know even at this point, based on him not making the cut in the last two tournaments and not making the cut in this tournament, which I fully expect that not to happen. I don't know if he even wins another tournament. As crazy as that may sound, but he is such in a bad place right now that I wouldn't put it past this man not to win another damn tournament. As a matter of fact, I don't put it past him to – I'm not going to say that. And you've heard it thrown out there that maybe Tiger Woods retires. I don't think he'll do that because he's so prideful and he's been so successful for so long. I think in his mind he thinks he's still the best, and he figures at some point a light switch is going to be turned on and he's going to be back to Tiger, you know, back in 2000. I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't think he's going to retire. I was about to say maybe he retires, but I don't think that's actually going to happen as well. More of your chat here from Redland Kirk. Doug, why do you say you was the biggest Tiger Woods fan? You're not a fan of Tiger anymore. Oh, I'm always a fan of Tiger Woods. All right, I'm always going to be a fan of Tiger Woods. I mean, you don't be a fan one time, or rarely does it happen. I think the only time I've been a fan of somebody and then I wasn't a fan of the person anymore, even when they got older, or not outside of them getting older, was the whole thing with LeBron James. But now I'm back a fan again. Yeah, but I'm always going to be a fan of Tiger Woods. The question is, do I think he's going to win tournaments? I don't think he's going to win tournaments. I don't think he's going to win majors. Maybe he wins a tournament or two before he calls it a career, but I don't think he's going to win 4 majors. I do not think he's going to win 4 majors to tie Jack. I don't think he's going to win 5 majors to tie to pass Jack Nicklaus. But I'm always going to be a fan of Tiger Woods. From K3000, Dougie Fresh used to be Tiger's biggest fan. Dizamo, love. Yeah, I used to be, man. From Grego BPA to Deshaun Jackson, 6 months in, and chick is pregos. What? Deshaun Jackson, has anybody seen his reality show? And maybe Grego's talking about one of the episodes of his reality show, but I haven't seen it yet. From Cornelius, what up, Cornelius Small? Tiger has to be doing it on purpose, just swinging, trying to see what works for him, is questioning every swing. And that's another major problem with Tiger Woods, and the issue that he's had is he's always gone through these swing changes. And if you've heard me talk about it before, you know my opinion on that is it's like the silliest thing in the history of sports. Why, when you dominated the Masters as a 20-something-year-old, I think you maybe have been 20 years old or whatever, 21, why would you dominate the field in the Masters, the biggest tournament in golf, and change your swing 3-4 times? Huh? Why wouldn't you just continue to do what made you successful and just hone it? If you do something over and over, more, repetitively, you're only going to get better at it. That's what they call practice. So he was already the best. He already had the best swing in the world. Why would you change your coach? Why would you change your swing? And right now, and if you've ever played golf and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show and you try to implement something new, you try to add something new to your game, you try to change your swing or your grip or whatever, your stance or whatever, there's like a learning process. He's caught in between 3 or 4 different swing changes. I mean, it's absolutely horrible right now. He is in a horrible, horrible place right now in this golf game. From Angie, the first lady, right? What up, Angie, first lady? That's Vince's old lady. How you doing, Angie? Tiger needs to get his mental game on the right track. Go focus on your kids, your love life, and then golf last. Yeah, maybe he just needs to step away, and he's done that before, though. He just did that. He just stepped away from the game for a while, and it hadn't helped. From Jay Smith, it's undefeated, Doug. I guess he's talking about the Newtsy. From Fail Paid, thank you, Ron. It was hard to follow. From OG Dion, Tiger is done. From Ronald Cameron, Laugh Out Loud, I fell asleep during the interview. I work overnight, so I missed it live. But I did catch the replay, and I agree that dude was long-winded. Oh, he's probably talking about the interview we did yesterday with the great Moby Dick, producer for No Limit Records back in the day. And some people had a little displeasure with it. They thought that it went too long, and that, first of all, and I said this yesterday as well. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You got to remember, the great Moby Dick is from New Orleans, and first of all, those people have a way that they talk. They're a little bit different in their vernacular and their speech than we are for the rest of in the rest of this country. So it's kind of hard to listen from what I understand. I saw a lot of hate in the chat yesterday after the show. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the great Moby Dick was pretty good. He brought some interesting conversation, behind the scenes stuff, and No Limit Records. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was bad as y'all did. From K3000, he says, Fell Pay Salute. What else we got here? And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Tree isn't here today, so I have to manually go in and read the chat myself, try to pick out some of the better comments dealing with the conversation of today. Let's see. From Fell Pay, yo, Doug, for this week, the BPA means the Beats by the Pound Award. That ninja needs it after that ish yesterday. Let's see, that's what I'm talking about. I didn't think it was that bad. Actually, I thought it was pretty good. From William Mack, I'm back for the first time in forever, but this is rest in peace Nick Saban Day. I came back on on the wrong day. Roll Tide, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you did come back on the wrong day, William Mack. If you're a fan of Nick Saban and Alabama football, not so much Alabama football, Nick Saban got to stop with this excuse making. I mean, it's not becoming. It's not a good look when you get your ass kicked. When everybody in America had you pegged to beat Ohio State, and you get mollywopped, and then after the fact you throw out all these excuses. We ain't trying to hear that. We don't care about none of that, man. And once again, when you were winning national championships and you were beating people like a drum and teams like a drum in bowl games and winning national championships, this whole thought about, these kids and getting their declaration and their rankings as far as the NFL draft, that never came up. There was no reason for it to come up. So you sound real silly right now, Nick Saban, to be honest with you. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. When we get back from the break, man, we'll continue with more of the chat. We'll talk about Tom Brady. I mean, I'll give you my thoughts on it when we get back. Make sure and follow your boy on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Periscope. All at the Doug Stewart Show. Before the show today on Periscope, I kind of gave my thoughts about this Tom Brady thing. You know which side of the fence that I fall on that whole issue. But we'll talk about it. We'll get into it. We'll continue to talk about Tiger Woods. Is he done? Also, NFL free agency. Guys signed back with their teams. Anything you want to get into. But when we get back, a little bit of Tom Brady talk, and we'll jump back in the chat room and read more of your chat, all right? Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, What I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! This is your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the Two Live Stews. Check out my brand new daily show and podcast that airs live Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Spreaker.com. That's the Doug Stewart Show daily at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spreaker.com. Or check out the podcast anytime, 24/7. If you not stewing, what in the world are you doing?
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt. Specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your number one advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
Hour number 2, baby. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. And this is hour number 2. Thank you so much for joining you folk, man. Throwback Thursday. And talking about all these little sports things. The Tree of Life isn't here today. She had to go see a man about a horse. She got a whole stable full of horses. But we're having a good time, man, here talking about these sports. Some strong sports opinions. Reading a lot of your chat. Talking about the British Open. Tiger Woods, is he done? Every time a tournament comes around and Tiger, plays in said tournament, man, we get into this conversation, and it's really hurtful, man. Nick Saban, some of the comments he made, NFL players getting their money, all types of things. This segment is brought to you by National Debt Relief. They're one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, an alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. So, before you do that, before you take that grave decision, make that grave decision to do that, give them a call at 844-828-4975. Once again, that's 844-828-4975. And make sure and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. In about... I'm not sure. Maybe in the next 15 minutes, we'll replay some classic stew from 2008. The great Yao Ming called our show. He was very concerned about Ryan's dog. That's all I'm going to tell you. Just stay tuned. You do not want to miss this. And also, man, I'm feeling good today. Every time I start talking about the fact that I might sing y'all a song, I start stretching. I don't know why, because I'm not singing with my arms or my chest. But I start stretching and getting prepared, clearing my throat or whatever. So I might do that for y'all today as well. I got a real great song in my mind. Just think Jodeci's greatest hits. Like Dougie's greatest hits, think Jodeci's greatest hits. Tom Brady intends to challenge his 4-game suspension in federal court if NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell doesn't wipe the whole thing out. It's been, 23 days now since Goodell heard Brady's appeal in New York, And so most people are speculating that he'll probably knock it down to 2 games. What this is saying is that Tom Brady and the NFL Players Association doesn't care. It has to be 0 games. He doesn't want to get suspended at all. Now, I understand the Players Association coming to his defense because that's what they do, okay? Those are their constituents, all right, the players. And to be truthful with you, they don't have any hard evidence on Tom Brady. They don't. I mean, so if I were him, I probably would do the same thing. But make no mistake about it, he's a damn lie. Right. I guess I get him and the NFL Players Association fighting this thing. I guess I get that once again because that's what the association does. And Tom Brady, really there's no hard proof out there, that he had anything to do with this. All right? I mean, there's no video of him actually deflating these footballs. There's not even any video evidence or any recordings of Tom Brady or any definitive proof of Tom Brady telling these guys, these equipment managers, to take air of the footballs. So, I mean, why not? They don't have any proof. So I guess if I were him, I would fight it too. But don't get it twisted once again. All right? He's lying. He did this. He told those guys, those equipment managers, to take the air out of the balls, and I don't even think it was once or twice. I think it's probably been a long damn time. It's been many, many years. They've probably been doing this, and the Patriots have had a culture of cheating since Belichick has been there, since Tom Brady's been the quarterback. Don't be fooled, all right? And he ultimately may even win this thing. Once again, there's no proof. They have no definitive proof. They've got the equipment manager saying some things between themselves that would make you think that Tom Brady told him to do it, but you don't have any real hardcore proof. So I get it. But what I'm telling you, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, what I'm telling you as listeners to the Doug Stewart Show and listeners and fans of truth is no matter what happens, all right, no matter what happens, know that Tom Brady is a lying Mickey Thicky. The hell you mean? You gonna fight? And I get it. Once again, I do get it because they don't have nothing on dude, but he's lying. Good and well, he told those dudes to deflate them footballs. So just stop it. Just stop it. I mean, this is, this is very akin to the whole situation with Barry Bonds. And everybody wanting to put an asterisk by Barry Bonds' name in the record books for the home run record. And Barry Bonds not, being elected to the pro or to the Baseball Hall of Fame. But seemingly, this feels a little bit different. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, where it seemed like the media and everybody was slanted and biased against Barry Bonds, and there was no way that he was going to make the Hall of Fame and put an asterisk by his name and all of that type of stuff. And Barry Bonds is a liar, and he was cheating this, that, and the other. And that's still prevalent. That's still the sentiment out there right now. That's the way it feels. This feels different. This feels like the media and everybody involved and all the fans of football are trying to find a way to give Tom Brady, a pass. And remember now, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, this is why you listen to this show. Remember, there's never been any proof that Barry Bonds took NAM steroid. NAM. Remember that. He's always denied it. He's always denied it. The closest thing that you ever had on Barry Bonds is he was talking about a situation where him and his trainer were on the field, and his trainer rubbed some flaxseed oil on his legs or something, some type of lotion. But we found out later that was actually the cream and the clear and the cream, which was a steroid derived from Balco down in South Florida, and that whole situation. But Barry said he didn't know what it was. It was his damn trainer. He paid a man to train. That's what he does. He pays this guy to train him and to take care of his body. So, I mean, whether you believe it or not, and whether you think Barry Bonds is lying, you think Barry Bonds definitely used steroids, I mean, that's your opinion. Okay? I got my opinion about it as well. But these two cases are very comparable But why does it feel like one guy has been ostracized and the other guy, it seems like everybody in the know in media is trying to find a way to believe him? Stop it. Stop it. This is more clear of a case in comparison to Barry Bonds than anything. And if you think that Tom Brady didn't tell those guys to take the air out of them footballs, you're a fan. It's as simple as that. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. From J. Rob, he says, can we give a Buster Award on a Thursday? Buster Award to Tiger. First, in seeing Lindsey Vonn last night on the ESPYs, damn it, she was looking fine. And for Tiger being in last place in this tournament in the first round, dead last. Yeah, that's another thing. This is the first round, and Tiger's dead last. I mean, it's absolutely depressing. I actually didn't watch the ESPYs last night. I just didn't want to look at that stuff, man. I didn't want to see that. I didn't even look at it, and I guess I probably should have to do this job, to talk about it if some people had looked at it, but I know a lot of people didn't look at the ESPYs last night. K3000, oh-ish, nice opening tree. Looks like you're on the hunt for Producer of the Year. Get that money. Oh, K3000, I think he said that he had listened to the show for a while, hadn't been in the chat room for a while. And so, we just came up with a new opening probably about a week and a half ago. So Tree says thank you. If she were here, she would say thank you. From, who do we got? From OG Dion, what's good, Vince, Cedric, Fell, K3000. People still shouting each other out. From the brother beloved, Tree sings, Doug, not so much. I don't understand what that means, sir. From Chuchi, he says, Doug, you better sing. I ate too much for breakfast, so I need to get rid of some of it. I don't understand what you mean by that, sir. Let's move on to the next one. Just like coded messages today for some reason in the chat room. Let's see what we got here. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show from Texas Ty. What up, Texas Ty? And I just lost it from what we got here. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show from Run GNC. Good morning, Stewies, coming all the way from Ohio. Oh, we got Ohio people listening to the show. Thank you, man. Run CNC. That looks like a new name in the chat room. Thank you for tuning into the show, brother. My wife is from Ohio, so been up there a couple of times. She's actually from Lorain, Ohio, which is right outside of Cleveland. So thank you, even though you're probably an Ohio State fan. Y'all stole a national championship from the Miami Hurricanes. I think it was, back in 2003. I think that was the year. But other than that, man, I got love for you, man. Thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. Oh, man. I read a couple of confusing messages dealing with my singing and me singing a song for you later today. I mean, but that's okay. That's fine. I'm still probably going to sing something for you, so stay tuned to the Doug Stewart Show, man. I mean, what I'm starting to see is there's a lot of people that listen to the show just to hear me sing. So, I mean, I can't let those people down. I didn't sing yesterday. It might have even been 2 days I haven't sung a song for you. But I'm feeling real Jodeci-like today, man, so stay tuned. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, don't go away, man. Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Texas Pete Hot Sauce. When we get back, Classic Stew, the great Yao Ming. You don't want to miss that. And also more of your chat and more sports guy talk, all right? Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. In life, things happen, good and bad, and being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, What I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and #1 independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes!
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I'd been talking about red rice and frogmore stew. Another one on the list, on number 13 on this list, is peanuts taste better boiled. Yes. And as God is my witness, my wife did not know people boiled peanuts and ate them. She did not. My wife's from Ohio. And yes, boiled peanuts, if cooked right, are the bomb.
Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
All right, so I got to clear something up. and I don't even know why anybody's mind would even work like this, but evidently it's becoming a topic of conversation. In the last segment, I was talking about boiled peanuts, okay, that come from out of the ground, not boiled peanuts. And so, evidently there's some talk in the chat room about Doug talking about boiled man parts. No, peanuts. I'm trying to say it as slow as I can. Peanuts, okay? What is it, P-E-A-N-U-T-S? Peanuts. No, man, not boiled peanuts. Come on, man. And I see Vern in here. Damn you, Vern. Ugh. Y'all know what the hell I was saying. This is the Doug Stewart Show. What is 911 Tax Relief? It's a tax relief company that can help you reduce or remove your IRS or state tax debt. They'll help stop bank levies and wage garnishments by implementing offers and compromise or penalty abatements. 911 Tax Relief is a tax relief company, but they're different from the others. Their experts are licensed, enrolled tax agents, and they also have more than 12 years' experience helping people solve their tax problems. They're a tax relief company that understands how the IRS works, and they'll also put that knowledge to work for you, so they can get you the best possible settlement or solution to your tax problems. Highly rated by the Better Business Bureau, and they've helped thousands of people solve their tax problems. So, don't play around. Click on their link on my website and let 911 Tax Relief help you in your situation with Uncle Sam. All right, welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Throwback Thursday. Really appreciate you joining me. Do a couple of house cleaning notes, a couple of house cleaning things. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Stay tuned. I'm about to play some classic stew for you. But in life, things happen good and bad, and being prepared is always important. If you're like me, husband, father, and protector of my family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world, right? 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and #1 independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and let him know that Doug Stewart sent you. And he'll talk to you about some of your options as far as insurance, as far as life insurance. Real good guy. He lives here in Atlanta, but he actually can do a policy in any state in the continental U.S. So check out my guy, Greg Wynn from Primerica. You just heard a commercial. If you're new to the show, we do a Boiled Peanuts Award every Friday, and there's a long story behind its evolution and where it came from. In effect, it's the Buster of the Week Award, okay? So ask somebody in the chat room, and they'll tell you exactly what it is and exactly how it works and once again, where it came from. So stay tuned for that. We'll actually have a poll up tomorrow. Probably today in the Doug Stewart Show Facebook group, we'll put up a question and ask for nominees for Boiled Peanuts this week. And then tomorrow we'll list those nominees and have you vote. You can actually vote on it tomorrow, so we'll do that on Friday. Also, man, I've been doing this Fiverr thing, and I'm still scratching my head about it, but management around here, which is me and Larry, rolled out this whole new campaign on Fiverr. What Fiverr is, it's a place where people, kind of like independent contractors, they sell their services, and they started at $5, thus the name Fiverr. But we do advertising now through Fiverr starting as low as $5. Okay, so if you'd like to do a 60-second ad with the Doug Stewart Show, promoting your product, your brand, whatever that may be, go to Fiverr.com, and that's Fiverr, 2 R's at the end.com, and just search the Doug Stewart Show, and you see all the details. There's an actual video telling you exactly what we're doing and what you get. So it's a very easy way and very, practical way to promote your business or whatever. So check me out on Fiverr.com. And also, I haven't told you this for the last couple of days, but we actually still have a couple of more Doug Stewart Show T-shirts available. That's right. So if you'd like to support the show and get a cool T-shirt, go to thedougstewartshow.com, click on the little donate button, and if you donate $20 or more, man, we will send you your own, your very own Doug Stewart Show T-shirt. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, man. It's big. That's right. So when you make your order, in the little memo section, you can put, what size shirt you wear, and we'll get it to you quick, fast, in a hurry. We're almost out of the first order that we made. So get your very first run edition of the Doug Stewart Show T-shirt. Support independent radio. Support me, and support my kids eating. And what the money goes to is more promotion for the Doug Stewart Show. We put it right back into the product and trying to spread the word about the Doug Stewart Show, the funnest, the most interactive, real sports guy talk show in America. All right, so I've been teasing it all day long, and you are listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Here's an interview, all right, that we did with the great Yao Ming, or facsimile there, back in 2008. And once again, pay attention. Something had happened in the news where Yao had criticized Chinese basketball, and then for some reason he had it's kind of an eerie conversation off and on with Ryan throughout the interview about his dog Sparky. So here it is, Yao Ming from 2008.
There's a lot of basketball stories going on right now, man, and this guy is a friend of the show. And I don't know, you tell us after it's done. He keeps it real, but then sometimes he doesn't. The great Yao Ming joins the Two Live Stews in the doghouse. Yao Ming, how you doing, Yao?
What an honor to be on with such a great journalist as Doug Stewart.
Man, Yao, thank you so much for
what's up, Yao? Good to hear your voice, man.
Yeah, but anyway, Yao Ming joins the Two Live Stews in the doghouse. Yao, how's it been going, man?
Things are great, Doug. The leg is feeling great. I will dominate the Olympics. But before I get into that, I have some concerns.
Okay.
What's up with this contract deal with Arena Stop?
I don't know. What's up with it?
6 year, $121 million. It's like, that's like 8 yen.
Right.
That's huge.
Right.
I'm totally worth that. What are the Wizards doing? Kobe was right about Gilbert Arenas. He has no conscience. Agent Zero is a dud.
Wait a minute, you just diss Agent Zero?
I'm sorry, when are we going to start the interview?
We're talking to Yao Ming right now with the Two Live Stews Sporting News Radio. What else is going on, Yao?
Well, Baron Davis apparently is a Clipper.
Right.
Where is that?
Where is that?
I mean, is that an international team?
No, it's in Los Angeles.
No, it's not. I've never played the Clippers. And by the way,
right.
Not only is Kobe Bryant a better basketball player than Baron Davis,
right,
but did you ever notice that he is the love child of Teddy Pendergrass? I mean, seriously, how many guys have a beard that meets their eyebrow?
Yao.
I think I'm going to let it go. Looks like another love ticket. Doug, sing with me.
Yeah,
Doug, sing with me.
Think I'm going to let it go.
Looks like another love ticket. Yeah.
Yao, did you just diss Baron Davis?
Maybe your brother said that, but I haven't spoken yet.
We're talking to Yao Ming right now with the 2 Live Stews.
How you been doing, Yao? You okay, Yao?
Doug, seriously, you're a great journalist, but where are you right now?
Sporting News Radio. All right, well, Yao, you got anything else you wanted to talk about?
Oh, yeah, I got a couple more.
Okay.
So, did you, I know you're on vacation, but did you hear the shock rap?
Yes, I did hear the Shaquille O'Neal rap diss of Kobe.
Who does that fat tubbergoo think he is? How about this, man? Why don't you do some cardio and stop spitting out those whack rhymes, yo? Kobe is a great human being who hasn't gotten caught up in the moment, right? I mean, hey, Shaq, tell me how my low main tastes. Fatty.
Wait a minute. Yao Ming, did you diss Shaquille O'Neal just now?
Okay, yeah, that's like the first question you've asked me. Have you been playing hip-hop music over me? I haven't heard or answered a single question. When are we going to start the interview?
You're in the doghouse with the 2 Live Stews Sporting News Radio. All right, Yao, that's pretty funny, Yao, that you got this amnesia.
Well, I got one more.
Okay.
So, Team USA, I mean, seriously, you kidding me with these guys? Other than Kobe Bryant, who's great, these guys are a bunch of and one wannabe, braid-wearing, hip-hop singing, R. Kelly loving thugs who run and jump. What a bunch of punks, right?
Yeah.
That junk won't fly in the Olympics when they go up against the great red power of China.
Repeat that, Yao?
Hey, Doug?
Yes.
I've only got so much time here. Can we start? Man, clock's running. Time is money.
All right, well, Yao, thank you for your time, man, Yao.
I'll leave you on this.
Okay.
Doug, you have a great show.
Right.
Maybe your brother can ride your coattails. But the People's Republic of China, #1, USA, do it.
There he is, Yao Ming. There he is, the great Yao Ming. Why are we playing Everybody Was Kung Fu Fighting? Sporting News Radio 2 Live Stews.
How come Yao never addresses me when he calls?
I don't know. Maybe it's his apparent love for Kobe Bryant. And he knows your disdain for him. I don't know.
Okay, I got to apologize. That was actually another Yao Ming interview. Not the Yao Ming interview where he's talking about Ryan's dog. But here's the good news. We'll be able to play that one next week on the Doug Stewart Show. Next Thursday. Hey, man. I literally, whenever we used to do that stuff, man, back in the day, and once again, we're still in negotiations to try to get some of those type things back on the show. I mean, the production budget is a little bit different now. But literally, when we were doing that type of stuff back in the day, whenever we were doing those little interviews with those characters, man, I couldn't even control myself laughing so hard, man. This stuff was so great. And I'm looking at some of the chat right now, and obviously y'all agree. Oh, my gosh. He had a real problem with Ryan. Always did. And yeah, for some reason, he did sound a little bit like Big Show. And that's neither here nor there. All right, when we get back from the break, man, I might sing, man. I might sing. Y'all stay tuned, man. Yeah, this is the Doug Stewart Show, man. Things Jodeci. Don't go away. In life, things happen, good and bad, and being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, what I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and #1 independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes! I don't like Johnny Gill. He took my spot on New Edition. One of my favorite songs of all time from New Edition is Can You Stand the Rain? So to pay ode to that famous song, man, I'm going to give you my little rendition of Can You Stand the Rain? On a perfect day, I know that I can count on you. Ooh. When that's not possible, tell me, can you weather the storm? Then Ralph jumps in. 'Cause I need somebody who will stand. Shut up! Who will stand by me through the good times and bad times. She will always be right there. Hey, sunny days. Everybody has them. And tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? J-Rob, Tree, if you stop Doug singing, we will renege your BPA nomination. Huh? Buster, Doug, I see why you got kicked out of New Edition. Wait a minute. Back up, Jack. Shut up. Studio audience, y'all are out of control today. I mean, seriously, we're going to talk about this. We're going to have to take y'all into Larry's office after this show. That ninja, you just cracked my damn phone screen. What? Where's all of this coming from? Who's putting y'all up to say these things? Who's putting y'all... Okay, Tree, jump on for a second. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Did you prompt these people to say these nasty things to me on Spreaker.com?
You know what?
I mean, it's jealousy. Tree, we know that you sing. But you don't have to be the only person that can sing, okay? I can see it. What do the kids call it? Hating? Is that what's going on here, Tree? Are you hating on Doug Stewart? Dirty Della.
Oh, my God.
Dirty Della. Oh. Dirty Della. Oh. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes! Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Throwback Thursday. You just heard some classic Stu. I decided not to sing right now. I still got to get my voice together. I had to scream at my daughter last night, and so during the break, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, during the break I actually sang a couple of bars of the song I had prepared for you, and it didn't come out right, like I had a frog in my throat. So let me see if I can get it together. Maybe we'll come back with that song on the Doug Stewart Show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. 404-382-0338. You can also email me. I know it's very disappointing. I know you were sitting by your speakers with bated breath, or actually bated ears, I guess in this particular case, waiting for me to sing, and came back and you didn't hear me sing. So we're going to work on that. Maybe in the next segment I'll try to work that out. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. I'm going to read more of your chat here in a second, man. But Washington Wizards guard John Wall says some very interesting things in talking about these new contracts, these big contracts that some of these guys are getting through NBA free agency a couple of days ago. Here's a quote from John Wall. He says, "I'm getting the same as Reggie Jackson." John Wall told Comcast Sportsnet in Washington on Tuesday, comparing himself with Detroit Pistons point guard, and noting basically the way that the salary cap works right now, and how a guy that's been a backup most of his career, Reggie Jackson, who also played at Oklahoma City and now at Detroit, is getting the same amount of money that John Wall, a couple-of-time All-Star, is getting. Here's another quote. He says, "People talk about me getting $80 million now. You just got people getting $85 million." And when he says people, he probably did the quote symbols in the air talking about Reggie Jackson that haven't made the All-Star game or anything like that. He says, "I guess they came in the right time. The new CBA kicked in, and they're good now. Reggie Jackson gets 5 years, $80 million. I'm getting the same as Reggie Jackson." He's saying this in a very sarcastic manner, which I totally understand, man. These NBA contracts, there's probably going to be some type of labor strife in a couple of years, in 2 years, between the players and the owners, man. And I don't know what you can do. It's almost like they already let the horse out of the barn. That ship has sailed, all of those analogies that you can come up with. But, I mean, it's offensive. It's offensive that you're giving Reggie Jackson, not former Yankee Reggie Jackson, you're giving Reggie Jackson the same amount of money that you give John Wall. Where they do that at? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, and I know a lot of the young people will say that he's throwing shade on Reggie Jackson. And he also said in the interview, he's happy for the guy. But when you really step back and think about it, man, the whole thing is ridiculous. I mean, the money these cats are getting, God bless them. Once again, I agree with them. God bless them. I like to see dudes get the money, all the money that they can. I definitely buy into that. But really, when you sit back and think of the money, how big this money has gotten for mediocre NBA players at best, is just mind-boggling to think of. It's incredible. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me read more of your chat here from Grego. Y'all remember the interviews from heaven? Yeah, you're talking about the great Babe Ruth. Grego, did you miss the show? We played a Babe Ruth interview last week, I think we did. From Ronald Cameron, says, "I remember the Stews interview with Paul Mooney when he ripped Tiger Woods, went off on Halle Berry, and started the demise of the Two Live Stews." I actually added that in there at the end. But yeah, Paul Mooney, boy. Ooh. The great Paul Mooney. If you don't know who Paul Mooney is, he's a comedian, a lot of people call him controversial comedian. Very stingy as far as race conversation. He came on our show a couple times, but the very last time Paul Mooney came in, he just went ham. He was really feeling it that morning. Maybe he had a little sip of something. I don't know what it was. We got called into the office, and the rest is history. Thus, you have the Doug Stewart Show. It was like a snowball effect. Let's see. Let's grab a call here. Let's see who we got here. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
What's up, my brother?
What's up? Who's this? Vern from Jersey? What up, Vern from Jersey? How you doing, brother?
Man, shoot, I'm sitting back.
I ain't doing too much or nothing, man.
Okay.
You know, watching them Knicks kick on them Lakers' butt, you know, and
oh, you are? You talking about the Summer League, huh?
Yeah. Your boy Russell looking like straight up garbage, man. I'm going to tell you that.
Well, it's early, Vern. I mean, it's early.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what I hear all the time when we whoop on them Lakers, man. It's always early. You know, it's never too late.
All right, Vern, stop with the small chat. What the hell you call up here for? What's the deal?
Yeah, man, I just called up to talk about all the old classics, dude. You know what I'm saying? You know, I remember that time I watched that little video, you know, when you and Brian had that little tussle, man, you know.
Yeah. What about that video? What about that video, Vern?
Huh?
What about the video, Vern?
No, you just don't never mention it too tough, man. I want to.
Yeah, Vern, I didn't mention it. What do you want to say about said video where Ryan snuck me?
Snuck you?
He snuck me.
I don't remember too much of that being snuck, but he gave you that second opportunity.
Vern, turn your ass around, Vern. Now, what Vern is talking about, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you for the call, Vern. I really do appreciate it. I look forward to when you call the show, Vern. Now, what Vern is talking about, there is a doctored video out there. There is a doctored video out there of me and my brother tussling in the studio, and I can't even remember what it was about. Something about Jazzy. Ryan, here's the nutshell of the story. Is me and him went in the studio one time a couple of years earlier, and I straight dumped him on his head. We had many witnesses, but there was no video. So this particular time, I had on church shoes. I came up in the studio. He knew I had on church shoes, and he started a fight with me, and he videoed it and put it online. Now, the video wasn't as bad, or the actual scrap wasn't as bad as the video, because what they did is they went behind the scenes and they doctored the video. Him dumping me on my neck, and they put it on YouTube. So you can actually Google it and see it. But the bad part of the whole story is when I got him, everybody had amnesia. Okay? We actually have the audio from that. Maybe I'll find that audio and play that on the Doug Stewart Show. But we didn't have video. This is before the advent of camera phones and all of that stuff. So Vern was going to call up here and try to throw some shade. We got another caller. Who is this? Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Doug Stewart, what it do? John Fisher in the building,
John Fisher, what up, baby? My favorite Stewie of all time.
What's going on, man? What's going on? Hey, Doug. Hey, man, I appreciate all the support that you and Sioux Nation, you know, has shown me and my son.
Yeah.
He's starting to feel a lot better right now. He's been up this morning talking cash-ish to his sisters.
Right.
So, you know, he's back to his regular self. You know, everybody running around doing whatever he says. He's feeling like the king of the castle right now.
Praise God. Praise God. If you're new to the show, John Fisher's son was involved in an accident a couple of days ago, but it looks like he's going to be all right. The Stewies came out and prayed for him, and it's going to be good, man. Praise God. Good for you.
Hey, Doug, I let him hear when you know, when you had everybody pray for him too. Him and the kids, man, they think their daddy's famous. So I appreciate that definitely.
Right.
I told him he was gonna sing him a song today, so you know he I'm taking a week off of work so I can hang out with him.
So is he is he there? Is he there right now with you?
He's close by. I stepped outside so I can call you so the kids won't be making too much noise in the background.
Okay. Well, John Fisher, man. I mean, you didn't have to say it. I mean, I got you.
That's the bet. Appreciate you, bro.
Man, thank you, man. All right, so there it is. I mean, I got a request for a kid, you know, on the doctor's table that's requesting a song from me to bring his spirits up. I mean, even though my voice isn't, you know, all the way there, I had to scream at my daughter last night for doing some foolishness, this. And when we get back, man, I'm going to sing for y'all. I'm going to sing for y'all. I mean, I have to. My audience awaits. All right, so little John Fisher, stay tuned, man. This is a great song for you to take to your old lady or a chick you trying to get. And so stay tuned. I got a song in my head, and I'm going to find the music, and we're going to do this. All right, so I'm trying to get everything together here because, I mean, your boy going to sing when we get back. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. All right, we got to find something here. I got to do this, man. John Fisher's son wants it. First of all, thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Now, if you've been listening for a while, you know that we've grown exponentially over the first couple of months. Whether that's listens, whether that's followers, we're blowing up, and you can be a part of it. If you have a company out there and you like to promote on the Doug Stewart Show, we'd love to partner with you. Here's what you do. Email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Once again, that's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Whether that's locally, regionally, or nationally, we can get the word out. What you're talking about is middle-aged dudes that love sports and love exciting sports talk. Once again, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and we will put you out there. All right? That's doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. Yes!
National Debt Relief is one of the country's largest and most reputable debt settlement companies, made up of energetic individuals who are passionate about helping thousands of Americans with debt relief. Most importantly, we're all about helping our customers through a tough financial time in their lives with education and individual customer service. We're dedicated to helping individuals and families rid their lives of burdensome debt, specializing in debt settlement, and they've also negotiated settlements for thousands of creditor and collection accounts. Providing clients with both expertise and proven results, this means helping customers in time of hardship to get out of debt with the least possible cost. It can also mean conducting financial consultations, educating the customer, and recommending the appropriate solution. Core Services offer debt settlement as an alternative. I repeat, alternative to bankruptcy, credit counseling, and debt consolidation. National Debt Relief is your #1 advocate group to help you reestablish financial stability as quickly as possible. So give us a call at 844-828-4975. Again, that's 844-828-4975, and work it out.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Without you, baby, I feel worthless. I'm living on the edge. It's been an hour since you've been gone, and that's too long, so come back home. I can't live without you, so I'll cry for you. Do anything that I can to feel that touch from your hand. Sorry that I want you, lady, what do I do? You know you're everything I do. Oh yeah, do what you want me to. I would do anything, get on my knees for you. Oh, baby, what else is there to do? I don't know, but I'll cry. He was crying there. Lady, I will cry for you tonight. Yeah, lady, hi. Yes, sir. will cry for you tonight. Help me out, yeah. You spoil me, girl, like a child. When you're not here, I can't even smile. I can't think without you. My mind is always with you. Oh, it's amazing what you do. Yes, sir. To keep me falling in love with you. Girl, you all that I know. Where else can I go? You know you're everything I do. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh-wee, do what you want me to. Anything you need from me, baby. Get on my knees for you. Oh, he's crying again. Oh, yeah, hey. What else is there to do? He's gonna cry. I don't know, but I'll cry. Lady, I will cry for you tonight. Yes, sir. Tonight. Hey. Lady, I will cry for you tonight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's probably not an appropriate song for a little kid, but I mean, take that with you and try to get a couple of chicks. That's the Little John Fisher, man. To the Stewies. Thank y'all. Yes, sir. Oh, I'm reading this chat. I'm quickly looking at this chat. That boy good. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for accepting me into your living room, your cubicle, your car, wherever that may be, with something that the good Lord has blessed me with. Thank you. Oh, I heard that the other day in the car. And, I mean, I heard that the other day in the car, man. And one thing about KC and JoJo, I mean, they might have fallen upon hard times, even though they got a new album out right now. Those boys were bad. And, I'm starting to feel calls now to do opening acts for some of these groups out here. And I think I may sing this or send this tape over to them and let them hear this. And, we're in negotiations already. And I think that'll seal a deal. I mean, what do y'all think? Oh. And you know what? And thank you for listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I'm seeing all of this chat, and I don't think I'll even take my time to even go and read all of this chat, man. I mean, we got other things to do. We got to talk about sports and whatnot. But I wasn't even going to sing today, man. But John Fisher called up here and inspired me. And, I mean, who am I to take away the dream from a little kid, to help a little kid's bones mend and heal? I mean, who am I to do that? Not me, not the Doug Stewart Show, not TDSS, hell to the no. We will not take away a kid's dream. Yes, sir. Oh, boy. Boy, wow. I mean, so much chat, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So much chat, so much praise. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ooh, boy. I don't even know where to start with this chat. Doug's brought joy to Fish's household. Yes, I did. I mean, clearly that's what happened. Thank you, Grego. I mean, I love the kids. That's number one. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Let me go ahead and grab a call here. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Doug Stewart, what's happening?
Who's this? T from Huntsville?
Yes, sir.
T, you're welcome, man. You're welcome for that rendition of Cry For You from Jodeci, T. What's on your mind today, T?
Hey, Doug, I'd just like to say, still there, sir?
I'm sorry?
Oh, yeah, I'd just like to say thank you for what you just did, man. I really appreciate it.
T, you're welcome.
Prayers out to Little Fish.
Okay.
I took the day off today, man, and I'm fishing. And my buddy's out here with me. I let him hear it.
Right.
And we all just want to thank you, man, because all the fish turned belly up. And now we can just snatch them out the water.
Man, you're welcome, T. You're welcome, man.
Man, you killing stuff underwater, dude. Your voice goes deep. You got range, sir.
Man, T, thank you for that, man. Thank you for the call, T. I thought I was going to have to shoot your ass, but, I mean, T, you've come around. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You know, once upon a time, T didn't buy into my singing, but it looks like he's come around. Thank you, T, for that. Wow, we got another call on the Doug Stewart Show hotline. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about? Caller?
Hello, this is Chico Alpha.
Chico Alpha, what's up, baby?
My man. What's up, old boy? How you doing, dog?
Hey, Chico, I mean, what'd you think of that?
Let me tell you something. Whenever there's a frown, damn it, you let Dougie provide you some sound. You hear me? I had to pull over,
yes,
man.
Sir.
I had to pull over. Man, DPA goes out to Bird, goes out to Ninja, all them dudes that's hating on you, man. Don't do your damn thing, Doug.
Yes, sir. Hey, you know what, Chico? Let me tell you a secret before I let you go. Let me tell you a secret.
Talk to me.
I don't care about them haters, Jack. I don't care about them. I have so many people like yourself that their day flies by whenever they hear me give them song. And so it's people like you that compels me to keep reaching for the stars. Yes, Lord.
Listen, whenever there's a frown, let Dougie provide you some sound, and I'm gone.
Yes, sir. Oh, man. Thank you, Chico. Hey. I don't see how there's a better way, or if there's a better way to end today's show than on a call like that, man. Yes, sir! I dumped you! In the famous words of Buckwheat, I dumped you! Yes, sir! Oh, man, that went over great. I mean, that went over fantastic. Better than I actually thought it would. Oh, boy. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome, Stewies. You are welcome. Yes, sir. I mean, wow. I mean, it's been a great day. Cats getting paid in the NFL. We heard classic stew from the great Yao Ming. I helped heal John Fisher's son with song. I mean, this is a great day. Ice Cube should be in here. Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for tuning in to the Doug Stewart Show. Got the shoot burning in his ass. Oh, man. This is a perfect day. Hey, thank you for tuning in to the Doug Stewart Show, man. Shouts out to the Tree of Life. Even though she isn't here, she had to go see a man about a horse. But I think she'll be back tomorrow. Shouts out to Waterhead Walter. Dwayne Vasson, Gerald Oliveri. Shouts out to Earl McDowell, man, who provides the Stew Nation with a lot of these old school clips. Appreciate that, Earl. Shouts out to Pink Gator for this track in the background. Thank you so much, man. Shouts out to all of the Stewies. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll do it again tomorrow on a fantastic Football Friday. Same Doug Stewart time, same Doug Stewart channel. Peace.